Fathers, you are never really off duty and it's costing you. Let that settle for a moment because even when you sit down, even when the house get quiet, your mind doesn't fully rest. You're still scanning, still thinking, still carrying what needs to be handled next. Provider, protector, leader. And the truth is, your body doesn't know when the shift ends. See, when a man lives in constant alert mode, the nervous system stays activated. Your heart rate stays up. Your shoulders stays tight. Your patience gets shorter. You might call it responsibility or just being a good dad. But over time, the constant pressure starts showing up as irritability, exhaustion, or emotional distance. Not because you don't care, but because you're overloaded. And here's the part most fathers never hear. Resting is not quitting. Pausing is not weakness. Regulation is leadership. If you never power down, eventually your body will force you to. So today, I'm not asking you to stop being vigilant. I'm asking you to learn when it's safe to rest because your children don't need your protection, they need your presence. Episode 2. Work family pressure is one of the quietest drains on a father's mental health. Because at work, you're expected to be focused, productive, and dependable. Then you walk through the door at home and you are expected to be emotionally present, patient, and engaged. There's rarely a pause in between, no reset, just a constant switch that leaves your mind exhausted. And what many fathers don't realize is that mental exhaustion doesn't always look like tiredness. Sometimes it looks like irritability or withdrawal or zoning out when your kids are talking to you. You may love your family deeply, but your mental energy has already been spent trying to hold everything together. That doesn't make you a bad father. It means you're carrying more than you were designed to carry alone. Here's the truth that needs to be said out loud. You cannot pour presence from an empty mind. Fathers need transition time, recovery moments, and permission to reset. When you learn to manage your energy, not just your time, you show your children what healthy leadership looks like. Because being there matters, but being mentally available matters even more. Episode 3. Fathers, there is a difference between being tired and being burnt out. Fatigue says, I need rest. Burnout says, I'm empty. One improves after sleep or a day off, and the other doesn't. And many fathers keep pushing through burnout because they assume they're just tired. Burnout shows up quietly. You stop enjoying things you once cared about. Your patience runs thin, and you begin to feel disconnected from your work, your family, even yourself. You're still showing up physically, but emotionally, you're running on fumes. That's not laziness, that's depletion. Here's what every father needs to hear. Rest alone doesn't fix burnout. Burnout requires boundaries, support, and sometimes a hard look at how much you're carrying without relief. Learning the difference isn't optional, it's protective. Because when a father addresses burnout early, he protects his health, his relationships, and his ability to lead well. Episode 4. Fathers, not all stress is bad, but not all stress is safe either. Healthy stress comes with movement, relief, and recovery. It challenges you, sharpens you, and then lets you breathe again. But silent breakdown, that's different. That's when the pressure never lifts and you keep telling yourself, I'm fine, even when your body and mind are saying otherwise. A silent breakdown doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like anger that comes out of nowhere, or emotional distance, or shutting down instead of speaking up. Many fathers cope by staying busy, staying strong, staying silent, believing this is what leadership looks like. But unprocessed stress doesn't disappear. It leaks into your tone, your patience, and your presence with your children. Here's the truth. Strong fathers need to hear silence is not resilience. Awareness is. When you learn to recognize the line between healthy stress and silent breakdown, you gain power to intervene early. Addressing stress before it breaks you isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Because regulated fathers don't just survive pressure, they lead through it. Episode 5. Fathers, stress regulation isn't about doing more. It's about learning how to reset. Most men don't need another lecture. They need tools that actually work in real life. Regulation begins with awareness, pausing long enough to notice your breathing, your tension, your emotional state. That pause alone can interrupt stress before it takes over. Simple practices matter more than perfect ones. A slow breath before responding, a short walk to release built up tension, or a brief mental check in instead of bottling emotions. These small actions calm the nervous system and restore clarity. Over time, they prevent stress from turning into anger, shutdown, or exhaustion. And here's why this matters beyond you. Regulated fathers create regulated homes. Your children learn how to handle pressure by watching how to handle it. When you choose regulation over reaction, your model strengthens safety and leadership, because being relentless doesn't mean pushing until you break. It means knowing how to react or reset so you can lead well. Brothers, thank you for stopping by and tuning in. If this video spoke to you, I personally invite you to join the Relentless Father School community, a community that has been formulated to help fathers grow, to build their strength, and to build legacy. See, Relentless Fathers, we have to realize that we are the foundation in which the family stands on. We are the walls of protection that keeps them from all hurt, harm, or danger. We are the lighthouse that leads them through the storm. And we are the runway that equip them that where they can take off and soar. Relentless Fathers, you are joining a brotherhood committed to holding each other accountable, to being there for each other. We walk together, we talk together, and we are always hooked, arm in arm, with no father ever being left behind. This is the Relentless Fathers Army, and we are the leaders of our family. So, Relentless Fathers, thank you for tuning in and listening to this video. Now go and become a member of the Relentless Fathers School community, where brothers are walking together to make sure that these beautiful gifts that we call children will have the very best start they can have. And remember, a relentless father, this is not a race. As a relentless father, this is a lifelong journey. And until we meet again, stay relentless. Peace.